News 4 Today starts now.
Right now at 5:59, we're bracing for some severe weather today. This is just a taste of what we might see when the storms hit our area. Strong winds, heavy rain swept across the shores of Lake Michigan overnight. That's the video you're seeing here. This also spawned several tornadoes in 3 states, causing damage to several buildings. And see this fire? Lightning started it. Concerns of this storm system headed our way. This is a suburb of Chicago. The house pretty much burned to the ground there.
And a live look at the Storm Team 4 radar. As you can see, the severe weather is now moving through Ohio and setting its sight on us. And because of the severe weather threat, government offices are open, but federal employees can take unscheduled leave or unscheduled telework today. We are now in the Storm Team Center right now, where we are working really hard to bring you the very latest on the storm. And Chuck Bell is here watching the radar for us. And Tom's here to tell us more about what's happening today, Tom.
Yeah, we got team coverage this morning because we do have a line of strong storms getting closer to the metro area. As we look at the closer view of the Storm Team 4 radar, the leading edge of these thunderstorms just now coming into western Maryland with some thunder and lightning. It is tending to show a trend that they are diminishing in their intensity. The winds not quite as strong, but there is quite a bit of lightning with these storms as they are getting a little bit closer. Now, the arrival time for us between there, Frostburg, and Washington looks to be today, this morning, at about 8 o'clock this morning. So these storms are about 2.5 hours away from us before they're going to be arriving into our western suburbs. So right around 8, 9 o'clock this morning, could have some thunderstorms coming through with maybe gusts of wind to around 40 miles an hour and some thunder and lightning. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch for Northern Virginia, the district, and Maryland until 11 o'clock this morning. We'll probably get more watches and warnings this afternoon because that's when some stronger storms are going to be arriving. But between now and 8 o'clock, we should be okay. But then between 8 and 10, those storms rolling through, gust of wind to near 40. Then settling down at noontime, cloudy in the mid-80s. Maybe a little sun early afternoon, strong storms after that. Details in 10 minutes. And now back to you, Aaron.
All right, Tom, thank you. Local utilities getting ready for the damage that those high winds and rain could bring. Pepco, Dominion Virginia Power, both already have extra crews on standby. Even WSSC is preparing by lowering the level of its reservoirs to handle any extra rain. News 4's Tony Tull live in Forestville for us this morning. And Tony, nobody wants to be caught off guard by this.
Yeah, not at all, and especially not the power companies that you just mentioned. I actually just got off the phone with a Pepco rep probably about 2 minutes ago, and he was telling me right now they're just basically in a holding pattern right now. They want to see what this storm is going to do. What they are also doing right now, Aaron, is talking to some of the other power companies in the Midwest, in Ohio and Michigan, trying to find out what exactly they are dealing with so they can be better prepared once the storm hits here. Now, as you can see behind me, I'm at the Pepco headquarters in Forestville. Not a lot going on behind me. They have these workers on standby. They're at home with pagers. They have about 150 linemen on standby, and then they have about 450 contractors on standby as well. So as far as Pepco goes, they are telling me that they feel they're very prepared at this point. Not much they can do outside on the streets until this storm comes. But Aaron, we're going to continue to stay on top of this. For now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Tony, thank you. Some roads are wet because of the rain earlier, and we do have some problems out there. Let's get your first for traffic. Alexis Davies in for Danella today. Alexis?
Good morning, Aaron. We have a report of an accident from MDOT on the inner loop of the Beltway between Rockville Pike and Connecticut Avenue. That has been moved to the shoulder. It was blocking the right lane. No major delays in the area, as you can see from this live look around Connecticut Avenue. Another very serious accident in Annapolis, westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive. It is an accident involving a tractor trailer. 2 right lanes are blocked, and we are seeing delays here right just east of St. Margaret's Road. You want to take College Parkway for an alternate here because the delays are under 2 miles right now, but they are building very quickly. Aaron and Ann, back to you.
Thank you, Alexis.
It is 6:03 now. Let's check in with News 4's Richard Jordan at the live desk with some breaking news. Richard?
Good morning. Turkey's prime minister saying this morning that he plans to remove all troublemakers from Taksim Square in Istanbul. This is a clear reference to the thousands of protesters who have been gathering there over the past few weeks, many of them upset about a plan to replace a park with barracks. Just yesterday, the prime minister said he would hold a referendum, but still those protests continued. And in the past couple of days, police in Turkey have used tear gas, water cannons, rubber bullets to try to calm the protesters. So it's likely that this plan to remove all the protesters within the next 24 hours will not be a peaceful one. Already 5 people have died and 5,000 injured in these ongoing protests in Turkey. At the live desk, I'm Richard Jordan.
6:04 your time right now. New this morning, police looking for the woman involved in an accident that killed a child. They say she was driving an SUV that crashed into a minivan on St. Barnabas Road in Marlow Heights last night. The child who died was in that van. The woman driving it and another child inside were hurt. They should survive. Police say the SUV's driver ran away after the accident. They don't have a very good description of her right now. And take a look. This picture is our first view of 32-year-old James Tolliver of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. He was killed early Wednesday morning when Prince George's County Corporal Michael Mogavero crashed into his car on Route 197 in London Lane in Bowie. That's near Route 50. Police say Corporal Mogavero was on his way to another crash scene. Investigators are looking at dash cam video now to see if the officer had his lights and sirens on.
A big announcement later today about the future of Metro. The transit agency will be rolling out a 12-year plan to update trains and buses to keep up with the growing number of passengers. More than 400 new 7000 series rail cars will be added to the mix, and that will allow longer 8-car trains that will move 35,000 more passengers every hour. And there will be 400 new buses added to the fleet, as well as dedicated bus lanes and priority traffic signals.
Congress will find out today how the NSA's secret surveillance programs kept terrorists from attacking the U.S. NSA Director Keith Alexander will meet with the Senate House Intelligence Committees. Now, we won't get to see or hear these meetings. They'll be private. General Alexander testified in an open Senate hearing yesterday. He told committee members there that the programs prevented dozens of terrorist attacks.
Let's go back to Richard Jordan at the live desk for an update. Richard?
Yeah, we are just getting some information from D.C. government. They say that employees have the option to take some unscheduled leave or telework today because of the storms that we are expecting today. It seems like D.C. government is following the federal government that has also decided to do the same thing for non-essential workers. But again, no delays or closing as of right now, but D.C. government is open. However, employees can either use unscheduled leave or unscheduled teleworking today. At the live desk, I'm Richard Jordan.
New this morning, a twist in the building collapse investigation. The big development our sister station in Philadelphia learned late last night.
Plus wildfires burning out of control, the factors making it nearly impossible for firefighters to get the upper hand.
6:07, Tom.
I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Curine, tracking storms. A line of strong thunderstorms now just coming into the mountains into western Maryland and West Virginia. They're getting closer to the metro area. I'll tell you when I think they may be arriving, and our next round this afternoon. That's coming in a couple of minutes.
For a store near you, go to benjaminmoore.com/DC Metro.
When I needed a used vehicle, the choice was easy. I bought Toyota Certified because Toyota stands behind every Toyota Certified used vehicle. It passed a 160-point inspection and has warranties.
A 7-year powertrain limited warranty, plus a 12-month comprehensive limited warranty. Both factory backed by Toyota, and only when you buy from a Toyota dealer. And now, get 1.9% APR financing on all Toyota certified used vehicles. The best new cars make the best used cars. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new day at Food Lion. Fresher produce and faster checkouts, cleaner aisles and wider smiles. It's a new day for MVP specials, so you can fill your basket without emptying the bank, because we've lowered prices on another 6,000 items. A new day means you get more in every way. You get your lion's share at Food Lion.
Hey, ever hear of Koons.com? Well, guess what? Did you know that Koons is the #1 selling Toyota dealer, the #1 selling Ford dealer, the #1 GM dealer, #1 Jeep dealer, and on and on and on? But here's the amazing part. Koons has sold over 2 million vehicles. That's right, 2 million vehicles, which makes Koons one of the biggest automotive dealers in the entire world. Go ahead, log on to Koons.com right now. See for yourself. When you're talking cars, you're talking Koons.com.
They damage more homes than fires, floods, and tornadoes. Termites are monsters. Get the Terminex Ultimate Protection Guarantee, the strongest guarantee in the business. Terminex.
There are a lot of sound, logical reasons to buy the Honda CR-V. The 5-star safety rating, the best-in-class fuel economy. But take one look inside, and you'll have all the reasons you need.
Drive a new CR-V today for just $229 a month. When CR-V is named the top pick by a leading consumer magazine, there's just one thing left to do. You've got to get a Honda CR-V. See your local Honda dealer now.
Why settle for less?
For a store near you, go to benjaminmoore.com/DC Metro.
Lace up your sneakers and join GW Medical Faculty Associates at the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Capital Area on Sunday, June 16th at Pentagon Row. For details, visit zeroprostatecancerrun.org.
If you can't, we can. Michael and Son.
Welcome back. The severe weather putting a milestone for some local students in jeopardy. Patriot High School in Nokesville, Virginia says it's moving its graduation ceremony. It's now going to happen at 7:30 tonight, and the school will decide in a couple of hours whether it will be indoors or outside. There is also a slight chance it could be moved to tomorrow. And if you haven't downloaded the Storm Team 4 weather app, today is definitely the day to do that. It will keep you ahead of the storm and connected to the Storm Team 4 weather team. Even if your power goes out, just go search for NBC Washington Weather in the App Store or Google Play or on NBCWashington.com.
6:11, time for weather and traffic on the ones. Let's check in with Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Curran, who is tracking the path of these storms. Tom.
Morning thunderstorms into the mountains now with a lot of lightning. In fact, we've had in some locations 700 lightning strokes in just the last hour, and that's in the mountains now in western Maryland, getting into West Virginia's higher points here as it does get closer to Washington. We have a possibility of this arriving here between about 8 and 9 o'clock this morning. Then round 2 coming in this afternoon between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. That's when we could get the strongest storms with damaging winds and a lot of power outages likely later this afternoon, clearing out after midnight. A look at the rest of the weekend, in the next week. That's in 10 minutes. Now with our traffic, here's Alexis Davies.
Good morning, Tom. Accident westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive blocking 2 right lanes involving an overturned tractor trailer leaking fluids. Your best alternate would be to get off on Oceanic Drive, connect to East College Parkway, then to College Parkway, and then onto Route 2 as well. That will get you back to Route 50. Here's a live look at the delays, looking at 2 miles here. Aaron, and on back to you.
Alexis, thank you.
We have a commuter alert. If you take VRE, the transit line says it will operate on a normal schedule today. No changes due to this weather.
But that is not the case elsewhere. We'll tell you where people will be cleaning up today because of overnight storms.
And a live look at the Capitol building right now, the group that could be giving a solemn tribute there in the rain later this morning.
It's like lightning in a snowball.
It's like an iceberg volcano. It's like a hot chocolate culotta.
Oh.
I just read the cup.
Hot chocolate goes chilled with the Dunkin' Donuts Hot Chocolate Culotta. Hurry in and cool off today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Competition makes us rivals, but kids bring us together. America's beverage companies voluntarily removed full-calorie soft drinks from schools, and we replaced them with lower-calorie options and smaller portion sizes. Now, there are 90% fewer beverage calories in schools nationwide. It's just one of the ways we're helping everyone make more balanced choices every day. To learn more, visit deliveringchoices.org.
February 22nd. A landmark transportation bill is up for consideration in the Virginia legislature. Even though it's backed by Republican Governor McDonnell, Tea Party Republicans refuse to support the plan. But Terry McAuliffe thinks this is too important a time for partisan politics. McAuliffe reaches out to Democrats and urges them to support the bill. And the bill passes. Terry McAuliffe, putting Virginia first.
Merchants and NTB have changed the tire business with ready-to-roll all-inclusive pricing. The lowest installed price on tires guaranteed. Every tire, every brand, even Michelin. And now through Sunday, get $70 after submission on a set of 4 Michelin tires. And your tires are ready to roll with mounting, balancing, valve stems, and tire rotations included. Plus, use your Service Central credit card and get an extra $50 rebate. Merchants and NTB service tires and oil.
To the untrained eye, this car might seem dirty, but sometimes you just have to know where to look. Introducing the all-new 2014 Chevrolet Cruze Turbo Diesel. with a turbocharged engine that delivers an EPA-estimated 46 mpg, the best highway mileage of any gas-only or diesel engine on the road. It's good, clean, fun. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
97.1 Wash FM, Washington's variety station, and the home of Kelly Clarkson. And where all the great 80s songs live. 97.1 Wash FM.
Are you paying attention? Because I haven't even gotten to the juicy part yet.
I have. It's tender, too.
Yeah? Sweet Tet's back Spring Break 05. Like that narrows it down.
Everyone's talking about Dunkin's new juicy chicken sandwich. Grab one with barbecue or bacon and ranch today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome back at 6:15. We are tracking severe weather this morning as storms move into West Virginia and take aim at our region. We'll get the latest from Tom Kieran and Chuck Bell in just about 5 minutes. And make sure you follow them at NBCWashington.com on Twitter. Plus, keep updated to the minute by the forecast from liking Storm Team 4 on Facebook. New this morning, the building inspector connected to last week's deadly collapse in Philadelphia killed himself last night. Our sister station, NBC 10 in Philadelphia, reports the inspector was found inside a home with a gunshot wound to his chest. Last Wednesday, the 4-story outer wall of a Center City building under demolition collapsed onto a Salvation Army thrift store next door. 3 employees and 3 customers in that store were killed. 13 others were rescued from the debris. The inspector had checked the building several times prior to its collapse. In about 3 hours, family members of the victims of the Sandy Hook tragedy will be at the Capitol. They'll be reading the names of the victims of the Newtown, Connecticut shooting. It is 6 months tomorrow since the tragedy that claimed 26 lives. In April, a group of family members first came to Washington. They were pushing for new gun control legislation, expanding background checks for gun buyers. That bill failed in the Senate, but there are plans to take it up again in July.
This morning, NASCAR fans are mourning the death of a well-known driver. It happened in New Jersey. Jason Leffler was killed last night during a dirt car event at Bridgeport Speedway. The 37-year-old was a 2-time winner of the NASCAR Nationwide Series and the single parent of a 5-year-old son. At one time, Leffler was part of the Joe Gibbs racing team. A spokesman from Indianapolis Motor Speedway called Leffler one of the most versatile race car drivers in America. Investigators now looking into whether a faulty scaffolding motor is what left 2 workers dangling from a New York City skyscraper. Take a look here. The maintenance workers were stuck for more than an hour, 500 feet up on 8th Avenue. Rescuers believe the middle motor on the scaffolding lost power, and that caused the platform to buckle. Fire crews had to cut 2 windows out of that building to pull those workers to safety.
In the day ahead, we'll be watching for more positive signs about the health of Nelson Mandela. South Africa's current president says he's responding better to treatment on this, his 6th day in the hospital. He made that announcement before the country's parliament. Mandela is fighting a recurring lung infection. The 94-year-old's grandson told reporters yesterday that the family is happy with the care Mandela is receiving and appreciates the outpouring of support. New numbers just into our newsroom this morning detailing just how deadly the conflict in Syria has been. The United Nations says that 93,000 people are confirmed dead from the fighting, but the real number is likely to be far higher. The UN says at least 5,000 killings have been documented every month since last July.
Right now, firefighters battling at least 4 wildfires burning in Colorado. High temperatures there and strong winds making this a tough one to contain. About 100 homes have already burned to the ground. A prison also had to be evacuated because it's dangerously close to one of those fires. 6:18 right now, and this morning a line of powerful storms heading our way. Millions already dealing with this mess it's left behind, though, and the results are flooding, lightning, high winds, even tornadoes in some cases. The Weather Channel's Scott Newell is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. He joins us live now with a look at some of the damage there. Scott, good morning.
Good morning. It's actually a beautiful morning here in Fort Wayne, but it wasn't like that last night. In fact, just take a look at what it was like, because last night, very heavy winds, very heavy rain, a lot of lightning. In fact, Mother Nature put on a spectacular lightning show overnight. They were expecting some tornadoes to come through this area. Fortunately, they didn't. There were high winds, though, that did strike into Ohio, the northwest section of that state, and damaged some barns there. Also was power outages in the middle of Ohio. In Wisconsin, there was a Walmart that had a roof damaged, in fact, a partial collapse at a store there. Fortunately, no customers were hurt. A couple of employees were hurt slightly. And in Michigan, not far from here, in southwest Michigan, a lot of people without power there. Here in Fort Wayne, fortunately, only a few hundred are still without power here. There was some localized flooding, a little bit of damage, some limbs down, a couple of power lines down, but nothing major. It could have been a lot worse, but that storm system is heading your way. So that's the way it is here in Fort Wayne. Aaron?
All right, Scott Newell, live for us. Thank you, Scott.
And those storms are heading our way right now, and we have tag team coverage of the path of that storm. Let's check in with Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Kirai now, who has been watching it. Tom, what's going on?
Here in the Storm Team 4 Weather Center, Chuck Bell's joining me this morning. We've been tracking some strong storms coming down out of Pennsylvania. They have warnings for severe storms up in central Pennsylvania for about the next hour or so. Right now, closer view of our radar showing some thunderstorms now coming into western Maryland, right near Frostburg, just about to come into Cumberland in the next couple of minutes, with maybe gusts to around 40 miles an hour. Farther south and west of there's some thunder and lightning all the way back into the highlands of West Virginia around Canaan Valley. Now, the arrival time for this line of storms generally right around 8 o'clock this morning, between 8 and 9, and it does look like they may hold together. In fact, we could get gusts of wind maybe to 40 miles an hour with some thunder and lightning between 8 and 9 o'clock. Then this afternoon, that's when we've got the really strong, severe potential. We could get tornadoes. There's a medium risk of that, as well as hail, and a high risk of wind damage, and also a fairly high risk of some flash flooding. So here's what to expect this afternoon between around 3 p.m. for our far northern and western viewing area to the metro area between around 5 to 7 p.m. to as late as 8 p.m. for areas south and east of Washington, southern Maryland, northern neck. Could get gusts of wind to 60 miles an hour. Unfortunately, that'll bring tree limbs down. That'll cause power outages and maybe even an isolated tornado. Again, the time for that for much of our viewing area, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then lower humidity moves in on Friday. Cooler weather, too. Highs 70s. Small chance of maybe an afternoon shower. Beautiful day Saturday. Low humidity. Highs low 80s. Getting a little more humid on Father's Day with highs mid-80s and increasing clouds. And on Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday, could get some more passing thunderstorms. Highs in the 80s. First part of next week. I'm back with another look at Storm Team 4 radar in 10 minutes. Now a look at traffic with Alexis Davies.
Good morning, Tom. Westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive, we've got an accident involving an overturned tractor trailer that is leaking fluids. It is taking 2 right lanes. We're seeing delays up to St. Margaret's Road. Your alternate would be get off on Oceanic Drive, connect to East College Parkway, and then connect onto College Parkway, and then onto Route 2. That will get you back to 50. Here's a live look at the delays we're seeing. They're under 2 miles at this point. Right here as you're approaching St. Margaret's Road, but they are building, so give yourself extra time as you're coming off the Bay Bridge. Taking a look in Virginia, 95 northbound at Route 1, we're looking at 37 minutes from Quantico to the Beltway. Aaron, back to you.
Alexis, thank you. Royal excitement why Princess Kate and her baby won't get all the attention in Britain today. Plus, remembering a royal icon, a first glimpse at the movie about Princess Diana.
Plus, bracing for 2 rounds of severe storms. The weather alerts have lit up the radar all night. Tom Kirai is updating his forecast. We'll check in with him again straight ahead, 6:23. We'll be right back.
Do you have unexpected bills? Need cash now? Let Title Max turn your car title into cash. With Title Max, get $1,000, $3,000, $6,000, even $10,000. Title Max gets you the most cash, the lowest rates, with instant approval. Your car title is your credit, and Title Max gets you the cash you need in 30 minutes or less. So if you need help paying your bills, bring your car title to Title Max, and you too will say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Don't you want to love the rooms you spend the most time in? Whether it be a kitchen, a bathroom, or a home office, Cabinet Discounters is here to help. We realize designing your new space can feel overwhelming, and that's why we offer free consultations with our experienced designers at all of our 7 showrooms. They'll sit down with you and help to bring your vision to life. Whatever your style, whatever your budget, start building your dream today.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
Sleepy's has every Sealy mattress on sale now. And now through Sunday, save on our entire selection of Sealy mattresses. With Sealy queen sets starting at $289. Sealy Posturepedic queen sets for $399. Save up to $1,200 on Sleepy's GS Stearns collection. And 72-month interest-free financing on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get free delivery on everything above $599. Now through Sunday at Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
This Black Friday, it's groundbreaking. Sheehy's year-end sale. Get the cords just $21,756 or $189 a month. And up to 120% of Blue Book for your trade at Sheehy Honda.
It's easy at Sheehy.
Cracked brick or drywall? Don't ignore it. Call JES for your free inspection and estimate.
We've fixed over 20,000 homes and businesses with foundation problems just like yours.
Known best for being better. JES.
Buy one room, get your second free. Plus, get up to $500 off.
877-241 Luna.
Find your next vehicle online at brownscar.com. Browns Car Stores. Buy happy.
You may want to add this movie to your must-see list for the fall. You are watching the first trailer from the new movie, Diana. Naomi Watts plays the late princess. The trailer shows her charity work in Africa. It also shows the paparazzi constantly stalking her. Diana will be released in Britain in September. It will come to theaters here after that.
And in just a few minutes, we'll be getting one of our last views of Kate Middleton for a while. The Duchess of Cambridge due to deliver her first child next month. In her final 2 public appearances, she's scheduled to christen a Royal Princess cruise ship ahead of its maiden voyage. She'll be smashing a bottle of bubbly on its bow. On Saturday, she will help kick off the official celebration of the Queen's birthday.
All right. We wish her the best.
Counting it down.
And
That's
then
right.
we'll see with the baby. All right. Out of business. Why federal officials shut down a bus company based in Northern Virginia.
Plus the conversation Montgomery County Police want parents to have with their children as soon as possible.
And storms today won't just be a morning event when the weather could impact your commute and other plans. The Day Planner Plus team coverage from Storm Team 4 was Weather Center next.
Summer months bring severe summer storms. Stay safe with Storm Team 4. Amelia Siegel, Chuck Bell, Veronica Johnson, Tom Kierine, and Chief Meteorologist Doug Kammerer. On air, online, and on your smartphone.
We're working for you.
You're sure to be a hit with a Father's Day gift from Ross. You'll find thousands of great gifts for Dad at a fraction of what you'd pay elsewhere. Like this golf shirt, $45 at department stores. But if you want to pay less than $14, you gotta go to Ross.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Paul.
I'm watching Sports Center live. I've got Cox, so I get it on my Watch ESPN app. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I get it from Cox, too.
Oh, why aren't you watching it?
So I wouldn't be able to see that hole.
What hole? Oh.
That hole.
I'm okay, Randy. Good talking to you, buddy.
Introducing our 24-month savings repeat. Enjoy Cox Advanced TV for just $24.99 a month, guaranteed for 24 months. Now with Watch ESPN. Call today for our best offer ever.
Protect your home from the invisible destroyer, termites. Contact Home Paramount Pest Control for a free inspection. Call 888-888-HOME or visit homeparamount.com.
Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Are you ready?
The Rolling Stones, the 50 and Counting Tour. One night only, June 24th at Verizon Center. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.com, the box office, or by phone. Don't miss the Rolling Stones, live in Washington, D.C.
This summer, get ready to go to your local Ford dealer. Because Ford beats Toyota in fuel economy in every segment they compete. Across the board. Cars, SUVs, crossovers, you name it. Including the new Fusion and Escape. Now lease a Ford Fusion or Escape for just $199 a month.
Get ready to go, get ready to go.
Only at your local Ford dealer.
This week at Marlowe Furniture, the price on our floor is the price at your door. No delivery charges, no finance charges, and we pay the sales tax. Beautiful furniture, one low price. The new Marlowe, bigger and better than ever.
You just can't beat Ross for Father's Day. This designer tie is $55 at a department store. At Ross, it's less than $10. Add a dress shirt, a wallet, and a travel case, and you'll still have $9 left. That's why you gotta go to Ross.
Right now, on alert. Don't let the calm conditions out there fool you. We have a strong chance of severe weather headed our way.
Because of the severe weather threat, government offices are open, but federal employees can take unscheduled leave or unscheduled telework today. The same goes for the D.C. government.
Let's get an update on the timing of these storms now with Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Curine. Morning, Tom.
Good morning. We have a line of thunderstorms out of the mountains. Out ahead of that, we've got a severe thunderstorm watch across northern Virginia, the district, all these counties in color in Maryland until 11 o'clock this morning. We'll probably get another watch and some warnings later this afternoon added on. All right, now that we're getting this line of thunderstorms holding together, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now for coming into Allegheny County, and that's heading toward Washington County too. Severe thunderstorm warning until about 7:15 this morning. And the leading edge of these storms just now coming into the highlands of West Virginia, and 2 hours and 15 minutes away from coming into our western suburbs is that line of storms. So it's going to be right around 8:30 or so that when that line will begin to come on through. We could have some gusts of wind to around 50 miles an hour as it comes on through. And then later this afternoon between 3 and 9 p.m., this red zone includes the metro area, Northern Virginia, and all these areas east of 95. That's when I think we're going to get the strongest storms, and that's the area likely we'll get the strongest storms between 3 and 9 p.m. So here's how the morning's looking. 90% chance of those storms coming through from the north and west this morning between 8 and 10 o'clock. And then after that, we'll settle down around noontime. Probably going to be drying out by then, maybe a lingering sprinkle, and maybe a little sun breaking out early afternoon. Then that risk of strong storms later this afternoon. We'll look at that. Latest look at the Storm Team 4 radar in 10 minutes. Here's a look at traffic with Alexis Davies. Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Still dealing with that accident westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive on the Broadneck Peninsula. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an overturned tractor trailer that is also leaking fluids. Now, your best alternate here would be onto Oceanic Drive, connect to East College Parkway, then onto College Parkway, and then to Route 2. That will get you back to 50. We are seeing delays as you're approaching St. Margaret's Road. Right now, they're about 2 miles, so give yourself extra time coming off the bridge. Taking a look around the Beltway, on the top side of the Beltway, Montgomery County, you're looking at 39 miles an hour as you're coming off of 95. On 270 out of Urbana, you're looking at 29 miles an hour approaching Clarksburg on the southbound side, and then 66, 37 miles per hour as you're approaching Route 28. And here's a live look at 66 at Sudley Road. Aaron, back to you.
Alexis, thank you. A heads up now if you have a trip planned through Advanced Ventures. That trip may be canceled. The government shut down that Springfield, Virginia bus company. Regulators found several safety violations. They found 39 violations on the 5 buses they inspected. The government says Advanced Ventures also let drivers hit the road before they got the results from their drug and alcohol tests. That is illegal. The driver of this truck may not have known that he was coming up on train tracks moments before a CSX train plowed right into him. That's what the NTSB says this morning. It released its initial report on last month's accident. You remember this in Baltimore County. The agency says stop signs at the crossing were faded. In fact, one was hung upside down and facing away from the road. The train derailed after that collision and burst into flames. Everybody survived.
A problem this morning with some Ram pickup trucks. Chrysler is recalling thousands of 2012 model trucks because of a problem with the front axles. The automaker says the front prop shaft can bind or fracture and cause the truck to lose power. There are no reports of accidents or injuries related to the defect. The company plans to notify owners, and dealers will replace the front axles for free.
6:33 now. Montgomery County Police want you to have a talk with your children today. They say a middle school teacher now in jail for sex abuse may have had more victims. 33-year-old Robert Cano is accused of inappropriately touching 3 female students at Loiterman Middle School in Silver Spring. He has been on administrative leave since last month. That's when a school administrator told police that he abused 2 11-year-olds and a 12-year-old. We talked to one student who was in his class.
Did you think that he would be accused of doing something like this?
Nope. He kind of has an outgoing personality. I mean, I took 7th grade science with him.
Now, if you have any other information about other victims, please call Montgomery County Police.
Today, 2 Fairfax County high school students will learn their punishment in a sex tape scandal. The boys from West Springfield High School pled guilty to recording teenage girls without their permission. Yesterday, a judge sentenced a 3rd student to 30 days in juvenile detention. with all but 3 days suspended. He did not agree to a plea deal. The judge told the teen he turned a personal moment into something cheap and nasty. And this morning, another member of the D.C. Council is under investigation. We're taking questionable campaign donations. Vincent Orange says he is cooperating with authorities who have subpoenaed him. The investigation surrounds $26,000 in money orders from millionaire businessman Jeff Thompson. He is the same man implicated in the campaign investigation of Mayor Vincent Gray.
Today, work begins on one of the biggest development projects in the history of Prince George's County. Construction crews breaking ground on the Westphalia Town Center in Upper Marlboro. Now, that will include homes, shops, offices, even a hotel. Its developer also wants to include the FBI's new headquarters. The government looking for a new home for the FBI, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, all competing for that project. Weather could be a factor in day one of the U.S. Open. It's supposed to start this morning in just about 30 minutes at Marion Golf Club near Philadelphia. Philly's forecast, not much better than ours. You can catch the first round starting at 3 this afternoon, we hope, right here on NBC4.
We're hearing of a new trend coming to Apple iPhones. Will you be a fan of the new design?
Plus, the special event that will bring a large crowd to the Holocaust Museum today.
Here's Tom.
Good morning. I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Curine, watching a line of strong thunderstorms coming into western Maryland, right near Cumberland now. They're getting a lot of lightning and some heavy downpours with maybe gusts of wind to around 50, 60 miles an hour. A warning out for the rest of Allegheny County into Washington County until 7:15. When will they arrive in the metro area? I'll let you know coming up in a couple of minutes.
Closed captioning on NBC4, brought to you by Luna.
For a limited time, buy one room, get your second free. Plus, get up to $500 off.
877-241 Luna.
What's it doing?
Saving me money every month.
What do you call it?
I call it my elephant auto insurance policy. Reggie, aren't you supposed to be doing something?
I'm super busy.
Get an elephant and get big savings on auto insurance. Visit elephant.com.
Next, please. It's going to be $12 or $6, you guys. Or?
Okay, are you pranking me or something?
You'd be surprised how many people actually choose to pay more. You're probably paying too much for your wireless bill right now. You know, if you switch to Cricket, you can get unlimited plans for half the price of AT&T and Verizon. And you can do more with the money you save every month.
More movie dates?
You've made a wise choice. Puppy Love is a fine film.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks terrible.
It's my favorite movie. So many layers.
Switch to Cricket. Get unlimited plans for half the price of AT&T and Verizon. See how half really is more at Cricket.
Here's the pitch. Oh, it's his quality, choice, and value ball. Nobody can hit that.
Sofa with pillows, $3.99.
In 65-inch.
72-inch.
82-inch.
Even 92-inch, only $3.99.
Take any two, any size, only $7.98.
Or any size sofa with the chaise, still only $7.98. A certified value.
A bona fide value.
A Bob-ified value.
I want to be like Bob. You're out.
The new Honda Accord versus its 4 top competitors and 1,200 car and driver readers.
I like the car. Oh, wow. Wow. This baby handles. I like the steering. It's really crisp.
It's pretty rock solid, even more than the Camry.
It does what I think it's going to do.
All I got to say is wow.
Their conclusion? The Accord is a winner. Form your own opinion. Test drive an Accord today at your local Honda dealer.
What's it doing?
Saving me money every month.
What do you call it?
I call it my elephant auto insurance policy. Reggie, aren't you supposed to be doing something?
I'm super busy.
Get an elephant and get big savings on auto insurance. Visit elephant.com.
Take a stand, like my brother did when you wouldn't take no for an answer.
Like my wife did when she asked the right questions.
Like my friend did when she made the call.
Stand by them. They stood by you. Visit veteranscrisisline.net.
Good morning. I'm Richard Jordan at the live desk. These are live pictures out of Southampton, England, and there on the far right is Princess Kate. They just switched the shot on us there. But this is for the Royal Princess cruise ship naming ceremony that is happening right now. Of course, there's all the fanfare that you would expect, a live concert happening there. This is Natasha Bedingfield performing. The Duchess of Cambridge will be part of this ceremony. She will break the champagne bottle across the hull of this ship, and she's also going to get a tour of the brand new ship as it is christened today. This is Princess Kate's last public appearance by herself until she gives birth to the child that she is carrying. So we'll be watching that. We'll bring you more of these live pictures as they unfold here throughout the morning at the live desk. I'm Richard Jordan.
6:40 your time now. An Australian endurance swimmer's effort to go from Havana, Cuba to Florida has ended well short of her goal. She was trying to become the first swimmer to make the swim without a shark cage. 11 hours into that 60-hour journey, though, she sustained a debilitating jellyfish sting. That 103-mile swim across the Straits of Florida is full of dangers like sharks and jellyfish, obviously. Last year, an American swimmer also failed in her effort, her fourth attempt to make that swim.
And check out this video out of Fort Wayne, Indiana this morning. The heavy downpours and thunder and lightning are all part of the same storm that is headed our way. There are widespread power outages across the Midwest, and several tornadoes have spawned in at least 3 states, causing some damage to homes and buildings.
6:41, weather and traffic every 10 minutes on the ones. Want to get a look now at our forecast. We're starting out muggy with a relatively pretty sky out there now, but Tom Kierine's here to tell us about the changes coming.
Yeah, it is a steamy morning. We're in the low and mid 70s now. Weather and traffic on the ones now at 6:41. I'm watching this line of thunderstorms, been watching it all morning, and right now it's coming into Washington County, out of Allegheny County. People are waking up there going, well, this is weird. We're getting thunder and lightning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's continuing to move into West Virginia as well, coming toward closer to Martinsburg and Charlestown. Should be near Hagerstown soon. This area in yellow, a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Allegheny County, western Washington County. These counties here in the Panhandle of West Virginia until 7:15. They could get gusts of wind to around 50 miles an hour. So this line heading south and east, getting closer to Washington. It's about 2 hours away from us. So right around 8:30 or so in the western suburbs, this line will begin to move on in with some thunder and lightning. Could have gusts of wind up to 40 to 50 miles an hour as it does move on through. Between now and about 8 o'clock, we should stay settled. Then it's between 8 and 10 when we'll get those storms rolling through, settling down noontime, maybe even some sunshine back out into the mid-80s. Then it's between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., 100% chance of strong storms with damaging winds and power outages. Storms ending by 10 o'clock tonight. By midnight, beginning to clear out. Temperatures back down into the 60s and drying out as we get into tomorrow. We'll look at that, the weekend, your 7-day outlook, and another Storm Team 4 update. Chuck Bell's with me. We'll have a report in 10 minutes. Now, Alexis Davies, how's traffic?
Well, Tom, we've got an accident on westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive, causing 2.5 miles of delays as you're coming off the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. This involves a tractor trailer that has been overturned and is leaking fluids, and it is blocking 2 right lanes. Your best alternate for this area would be Oceanic Drive connecting to East College Parkway, and then onto College Parkway. That takes you to Route 2, and then Route 2 can get you around the accident back onto Route 50. Here is a live look at this is 95 at Cherry Hill Road. We have some technical difficulties right now. Taking a look at the map of 95 and BW Parkway, looking good from Baltimore, looking at 55 miles an hour as you're approaching the Beltway on the BW Parkway. Elsewhere, here's the live look at 95 at Cherry Hill once more. We are at speed. No delays to report in the area.
Alexis, thank you. It is now 6:43. It is an early morning for local power crews as they prepare for damaging winds and rain. Pepco and Dominion, Virginia both have extra crews on standby right now. News 4's Tony Tull has been in Forestville all morning long for us, where some Pepco crews are staging. Are they gearing up already, Tony?
Not quite yet. They're on standby at home. They have some pagers. I've been in contact with the Pepco rep, though, all morning long, and he's telling me there's not much they can do. When he puts these crews into activation, they're pretty much going to be on about 24-hour shifts, so they don't want to prematurely put these guys on duty, because if they put them on now, it means they're off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, which that may be the brunt of some of the power outages that they need to fix. But some of the numbers I just want to give you real quick. They have about 600 workers on standby. They have 150 linesmen from Pepco, and then they have about 450 separate contractors that they use in cases like this. Now, again, they are staging here this morning a couple of trucks, but again, those workers are at home waiting with pagers to find out what this storm is going to do. But One thing they are doing this morning is they are keeping in contact with some of the power companies in Ohio and Michigan, Indiana. As you guys have been mentioning all morning long, those states have been getting some of the worst of this storm. So they are trying to figure out what exactly they are dealing with so they can figure out what to expect once the storm reaches us in the next couple of hours. But we're going to continue to stay on top of this. We'll check in with you guys at midday and let you know what else is going on. But for now, this is the latest from Forestville. We'll send it back to you.
Tony, thank you. A big announcement later today about the future of Metro. The transit agency will be rolling out a 12-year plan to update trains and buses to keep with a growing number of passengers. More than 400 new 7000 series rail cars will be added to the mix, and that will allow longer 8-car trains that move 35,000 more passengers every hour. The plan also calls for touchscreen kiosks in stations and trains to access connecting information and even flight information at Reagan National Airport. And new this morning, police are looking for the woman involved in an accident that killed a child. They say she was driving an SUV that crashed into a minivan on St. Barnabas Road in Marlow Heights last night. The child who died was in that minivan. The woman driving it and another child inside were hurt. They should both survive. Police say the SUV's driver ran away after the accident. They don't have a very good description of her right now. And this is our first look at the Maryland man killed in a crash with a police officer early yesterday. 32-year-old James Tolliver of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, was killed when Prince George's County Corporal Michael Magavero crashed into his car at Route 197 and London Lane in Bowie. Police say Corporal Magavero was on his way to another crash scene. Investigators are looking at dash cam video right now to see if the officer had his lights and sirens on.
And Miami police are telling us more about the accident involving President Obama's motorcade. 2 motorcycle cops in that motorcade were hurt. One is home already. Doctors are still treating the other, but that officer is in stable condition. Police are not saying what caused that accident. The president was in Miami for a couple of Democratic fundraisers. The head of the NSA heads back to Capitol Hill today. Keith Alexander will give the Senate and House Intelligence Committees more details about the NSA's secret surveillance programs. Those hearings are being held in private today. General Alexander testified in an open Senate hearing yesterday. He told committee members there the programs prevented dozens of terrorist attacks.
These NSA surveillance programs don't shock many Americans. More than half of people polled recently say they agree that we are really in the area of Big Brother. The University of Southern California conducted that survey. 35% of Americans say they agree that there is no more privacy. 43% are concerned the government is checking what they do online. 57% worry private companies are doing the same.
13 before the hour now this morning at about 9 a.m. Family members of the victims of the Sandy Hook tragedy will be at the Capitol. They'll be reading the names of the victims of the Newtown, Connecticut shooting. It is 6 months tomorrow since that tragedy that claimed 26 lives. In April, a group of family members first came to Washington. They were pushing for new gun control legislation that expands background checks for gun buyers. That bill failed in the Senate, but there are plans to take it up again in July.
Today, President Obama will welcome members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community to the White House. He is hosting a reception in honor of LGBT Pride Month. In previous years, the president has used that reception to highlight his administration's efforts to level the playing field for the LGBT community and highlight new initiatives. Owning an iPhone may be a sign of loyalty, at least to Apple. A new study by gadget company Retrievo found that 81% of iPhone users will buy another one when their contract is up. Android users, on the other hand, are a little bit more flexible, shall we say. 12% say they would switch to the iPhone, and 23% are unsure what their next device will be. The study also found that men prefer Androids, while women prefer iPhones.
And if you have one of those iPhones, look for a few changes coming to the newer models of the iPhone. CNBC's Jackie DeAngelis live with that story and more for your money. Jackie, good morning.
Good morning to you. That's exactly right. Apple reportedly looking at iPhones with a bigger screen now. They are taking a cue from rival Samsung. Reports are saying that Apple may launch 2 iPhones next year with a 4.7 and a 5.7-inch screen. Now, Samsung's Galaxy S4 has a 5.5-inch screen at the current time. Meantime, the iPhone 5 has one of the smaller screens among the top-selling smartphones on the market. Apple is also reportedly thinking about launching a cheaper iPhone later this year. They would do it in a wide variety of colors. The device, made with a less expensive plastic case, could sell for as low as $99. And Facebook rolling out its version of the hashtags. Yes, of course, similar to Twitter. The company says that the new feature will let users know what other people are talking about on the social networking site. Facebook says when you click a hashtag, you'll see a feed of discussions about that particular topic. The hashtags will conform to your privacy settings. And of course, we all use the hashtags, but guys, I'm getting a little hashtag fatigue. It may just be that I need another cup of coffee.
No, you're in good company, trust me.
That's right.
All right, Jackie DeAngelis at CNBC, thank you.
We could get insight today into Hitler's thinking. Well, here's some of the writings from his longtime confidant, Alfred Rosenberg. Rosenberg wrote The Myth of the 20th Century, and that outlined many of the Nazi Party's theories.
The so-called ship from hell will be back in the water this morning, and it will be packed. The Carnival Triumph sets sail in just a few hours from Galveston, Texas. This is the same ship that was stranded for days in the Gulf of Mexico after an engine fire. You remember that in February. And get this, the ship's first 2 cruises are sold out. Those are some brave passengers, some people say. Carnival spent $115 million to repair and upgrade that cruise liner. And it's probably going to be the safest ship in the water.
At this rate, right?
Drama, yeah.
All right. Big weather heading our way. Big changes. Tom, what is going on? Everyone wants to know.
And the situation is changing minute by minute, so it's important you stay with us here at NBC4. If you're away from NBC4, check out your Twitter and Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We'll be posting frequently. Right now, a severe thunderstorm watch. This is weird this time of the morning. Getting a severe thunderstorm watch. Yes, it's in effect until 11 o'clock. It includes all those counties in color across Northern Virginia, the district, much of Maryland, and West Virginia, all because there's a line of strong thunderstorms that's continuing to march east, coming in out of Pennsylvania into West Virginia, now into western Maryland. You can see all the lightning. There have been thousands of lightning strokes along this line as it's held together as it's now coming into the mountains. Now, this area in yellow is a severe thunderstorm warning. It includes parts of Hampshire County and Morgan County, and then into western Washington County, eastern Allegheny. This severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7:15. Wind gusts to up to 60 miles an hour along that line as it's moving on through, and just now coming east of Cumberland, and could be getting right into the metro area in an hour and 50 minutes. So in less than 2 hours, I think this line is going to be coming right into our western suburbs. And then later today, we've got a risk zone. This area in red especially could get damaging winds. It includes Washington, most of Northern Virginia, the rest of Maryland, most areas east of 95. We could have some severe storms between 3 and 8 p.m. Now with details on that, Chuck Bell joins me. Chuck?
Hey, Tom. Good morning to you and good morning, everybody. Yeah, we're watching out for 2 chances for strong to severe thunderstorms. This first round this morning will be, substantial, but the round of thunderstorms later today could be quite serious indeed. We have not only a very high risk of damaging winds, could be in that 60 to 80 mile an hour wind range. So a very strong risk for damaging winds today. Also an elevated risk for flash flooding potentials, the risk for large and damaging hail. And unfortunately, unlike this morning, this afternoon, there will also be a risk for tornadoes to come through. So be on the lookout. When you hear thunder roar this afternoon, that is your sign to get indoors, stay away from doors and windows. The highest likelihood for severe weather later today starts around 3 or 4 this afternoon, goes to about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. And again, could see an awful lot of very high wind gusts that could bring down trees and knock out an awful lot of power. So we'll be watching out for that. And again, anytime you see fast moving or fast rising water, stay away from it. Turn around, don't drown. Tom?
Thanks, Chuck. We'll have frequent updates as this line of storms continue to advance to the east this morning, and then we get that second round this afternoon. So stay with NBC4 and stay with us at Twitter and Facebook. We'll be keeping you informed. Get that Storm Team 4 app, too, when you're mobile, and you can be up with all the latest warnings, because I think there is a likelihood we will get wind damage, especially this afternoon between 4 and 8 p.m. And then we'll be clearing out by midnight. We'll be climbing into the 80s this afternoon. It'll be a steamy day. Then lower humidity moves in by midnight and in place on Friday. Storm Team 4 4-day forecast. Cooler tomorrow. Highs in the 70s. A small chance of an isolated shower in the afternoon. Then a beautiful day on Saturday. Near 60 in the morning. Afternoon highs low 80s and sunshine with low humidity. Delightful for outdoor recreation. And then on Sunday for Father's Day, increasing clouds. Highs 80s. Getting a little more humid too. Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday could get some more passing storms with highs in the 80s. Stay tuned. Frequent updates throughout the morning here at NBC4. Alexis Davies, how's traffic?
Well, Tom, we have a new accident westbound Shady Grove Road near Key West Avenue. As you're approaching I-270, you're going to stay to the left, 2 left lanes to get by. On 270 itself, you're looking at 19 minutes between 118 and the Beltway. Elsewhere, westbound Route 50 at Baydale Drive, coming off the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, 2 right lanes are blocked due to an overturned tractor trailer. Your best alternate route is Oceanic Drive to East College Parkway, then from East College Parkway onto College Parkway, then onto Route 2. That will connect you back to Route 50. Heavy delays as you're approaching St. Margaret's. Aaron and Nunn.
Thank you, Alexis.
6:54 now. Today will be a memorable one for Congressman John Dingell. He'll be honored for becoming the longest-serving member of Congress in history. He's represented Michigan in the House since 1955. If you want to be exact here, he has served for 57 years, 183 days. Representative Dingell broke the late Senator Robert Byrd's longevity record last Friday.
Congratulations. Both sides of Congress will also be united tonight at Nats Park. Republicans and Democrats square off in the annual congressional baseball game. That's if the weather holds up. Tickets are $10 and the proceeds go to charity. Historically, the GOP has 2 more wins than the Democrats. Worried about the weather, though. Here are 4 things you need to know before you head out the door. Metro will unveil its plans for the future later today. The 12-year plan includes the addition of hundreds of new rail cars and buses along with touchscreen kiosks.
The United Nations putting a number on just how deadly the Syrian conflict has been. They say 93,000 people are confirmed dead from more than 2 years of fighting. It is feared the real number is far higher.
A strong warning this morning from the Prime Minister of Turkey. He is giving protesters 24 hours to leave Taksim Square in Istanbul. If they don't leave, he says he will get rid of the quote, troublemakers.
And of course, our big story this morning, the severe weather already leaving a mess in the Midwest, damage done to several buildings by some tornadoes and high winds. And with it inching closer, both the federal government and D.C. government giving employees in this area the option of unscheduled leave or telework. Emergency personnel, you still need to report.
What should we expect, Tom?
I just got a new warning, severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Winchester and Frederick County in Virginia from this line of storms. That warning, that area you see in the yellow, that's in effect until 7:45 this morning. The warning also includes the panhandle of West Virginia as those storms are advancing to the east. I do think the arrival time is going to be right around 8:30 into our western suburbs and around 9 o'clock this morning right into the district. We could have more warnings as we get through the rest of the morning. So it's important you stay tuned to NBC4. We will have frequent updates. We'll be keeping you posted on the warnings as this first line of storms comes through and then another round this afternoon. Alexis Davies, how's our traffic?
Final look at this crash westbound Route 50 in Maryland at Baydale Drive. We're seeing delays off the Bay Bridge as you're approaching St. Margaret's. Other drive times around the roads, 15 minutes from the Occoquan River Bridge to the Beltway on 95. Go ahead, back to you, Aaron and Nunn.
Alexis, thank you. And that is News 4 today. Thank you for starting your day with us.
We're going to follow the track of this storm right here on News 4. Stay with us on NBCWashington.com. We'll be back in 25 minutes. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
If you're celebrating a birthday today, hope you have a great day as well. Happy birthday, hon.
Thank you, Aaron.
It's a new day at Food Lion. Fresher produce and faster checkouts, cleaner aisles and wider smiles. It's a new day for MVP specials, so you can fill your basket without emptying the bank, because we've lowered prices on another 6,000 items. A new day means you get more in every way. You get your lion's share at Food Lion.
Hey, honey. My mom stopped by. We'll see you soon. Hey, honey. Where the are you going?
We only make one thing. The ultimate driving machine.
Lease a BMW 320i sedan for $299 a month.
They say you can't buy happiness. I got it for a bargain. Since we left Fios and switched to Xfinity, we get more for our money with the fastest in-home Wi-Fi. That's a big deal, especially for the one paying the bills. Now everyone can do what they want, all at the same time. And way fast. One big happy family.
More doesn't have to cost more. Switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice from Comcast for $29.99 each a month for a year when you bundle all three, with no term contract. Plus, ask how you can get our fastest wireless gateway. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
February 22nd.
A landmark transportation bill is up for consideration in the Virginia legislature. Even though it's backed by Republican Governor McDonnell, Tea Party Republicans refuse to support the plan. But Terry McAuliffe thinks this is too important a time for partisan politics. McAuliffe reaches out to Democrats and urges them to support the bill. And the bill passes. Terry McAuliffe, putting Virginia first.
The parking reminder feature on the My Chevrolet app will cleverly help you find your way back to your car almost anywhere. It's available on Malibu and on every Chevrolet. The phones that connect us to our lives now connect us to our cars. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
Download the Storm Team 4 weather app for iPad today.
as if to say it's right. I pray for you day in and day out. Heaven's in you. Heaven's in you, babe. Heaven's in you.
locks on the door. I can't get in. Oh. Somebody check the bell. Let me check the bell. Oh. What's the matter? Oh, this girl. She got me going crazy. I must be crazy. I knew I shouldn't have been hanging out with Jamie and them last night. That stupid old club got me in trouble now. Hello? I'm gonna get on the cell phone. Hello?
Hello?
All right, now I got your answer machine. Listen, baby. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to be that way. I was losing my mind. I was thinking about you all the time. I was thinking about you all the time. And I don't know who that girl was. She was talking to me. She was talking to me. So I saw her dancing. Jamie messed up, doing those things that Jamie do on the dance floor. So, you know, hear me out. I want you to hear me out. I want you to hear me out. Hear me out. I need you right now, right now. Hold me. I need you to hold me. I need your arms wrapped all around me. I need you to be a little bit closer to me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. The answer machine. Somebody pick up, baby. Pick up the phone.